Meeple Talk!
Hello, everyone.
Hey! I'm not Steph.
I'm
Adam.
Steph. He's Adam.
Bingo!
And welcome to Meeple
Yes.
Talk. So this one we're doing a special edition. It's our GenCon edition.
Meeple Talk highlights.
Yes, that's true.
Gen
so
Con highlights.
GenCon ran just this past Thursday through Sunday. What were the dates again?
Yeah, Thursday through Sunday.
4th through the 11th, I think. No, that's too much.
I think the 5th through the 7th, I don't know.
Or something to that effect.
The important thing is we were there on Saturday and Sunday and for 1 hour on Friday due to travel issues. Yes.
Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt.
That's right.
It's last year's model, though, so, you know.
Oh, you got the 2015?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I didn't know that. I bet it looks better than the other one with the dragons.
No, it was actually pretty cool.
I have a dragon, but, you know, mine's
He doesn't want to compete.
That's right. There can only be one dragon on this show.
Exactly. So, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this one is that, GenCon was really awesome.
Yes.
It was our very first one that we're going to go as Meeple Talk.
Mind blown. Thank you very much.
Busy. So one of the reasons why I wanted to film this episode is that we wanted to bring to you some highlights. So for those who weren't able to go, we can show you some highlights of some of the things we saw, some of the games we liked, and also ones that we're looking forward to.
Yes.
Shall we begin?
We're gonna start. Yeah, let's start. We're gonna start with the games that we did go and see at Gen Con and bought and hope to review soon. So.
Exactly.
You have your pile, I have my pile.
I'm going to start in order of size
Okay,
here.
sure.
So, conveniently placed on top. So, we've got one. It's called Flag Dash. So, Mr. Kirk Dennison from, I forget his game. Yes, Peacekeeper Games. I should remember that.
Yes.
I created this one. This is a capture the flag style game. So, you'll have various meeples on these square tiles. And we're using turns, almost like Robo Rally, how you have cards that you can then program your moves. You'll do that competing against teams trying to capture your flag and then reach to the other side. So this is a neat little fun game. So it's would you call it a filler game or a full game? Probably more of a...
I would definitely call it a filler game because it is small. It's really easy to learn. So it's the type of game where you can set it up and in 5 minutes you're playing. And,
but it's also interactive too, so it's not just like turn order changes from time to time. There's a little bit of bluffing in there too. So we've got the base game as well as the expansion pack. So this is a neat little one that we're looking forward to reviewing soon.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, we really like that game. So, all right. I've been looking for this game for a long time. You have seen us tweet this on Twitter. A lot of pictures of it, and that's because I adore it. The artwork is amazing. It's kind of like fantasy steampunk, but
hey, what's it called?
It's called the big reveal, Celestia. So this game is by Blam, Kaboom, right? It's actually just Blam. But so this little game, we're going to show some pictures while we're talking. So, but basically you're travelers in the fantasy world, Celestia. You're going to visit all these different little cities and try to gain fame and fortune. Or you're collecting treasures. Now, all of these games, by the way, that we're describing right now, we've played some of them, but in general, we haven't played them yet. So we're just telling you about them. These are games that we're really hyped about. We really like. We think we will really like. And anyway, we drank the Kool-Aid at this point.
Exactly.
Yes.
So for those who aren't familiar with the actual convention, is that you've got different sections where people are sitting down playing their games for hours and hours and hours on end. But then you've also got the massive merchant area. And so a lot of designers and merchants and a whole bunch of people from all parts of the industry come together. And so when there are featured games, you'll notice that they'll go through demos, maybe just quick, like 10, 15 minutes. You might play a round out of, many that the actual full game requires. So these are little samplings and tidbits that we got from each one of these. So yeah, we hope to play the full rounds pretty soon.
Yes. So this is a game we haven't even demoed yet. So I'm excited to try this one out. I've heard a lot of good things about it. What's your next game?
Okay, my next one, next largest, World's Fair. So I really like this one, Alex Kevern. We actually got him to sign that. Awesome. Met him in person.
That's the designer, by the way. Alex Kevern.
Yes, exactly.
He showed us how to play the game, so that was really cool. It's always great to meet a designer and have him explain the game themselves.
He's really cool. Yeah, quite like him. So, and this one, if you guys are familiar with the World's Fair. So for many, many years, this is where people would come and present new gifts and new wares and inventions and things like to overall improve or to show the world what is the improvements to lifestyle and things like that. So all sorts of different inventions. So this one's a neat one. So you've got your master playing board is this giant Ferris wheel around which you'll have different exhibit zones and also different representatives like inventors or goods that are now being shown. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be with your own character trying to collect different inventions that you want to exhibit and also try to place your characters to provide influence in a certain zone to try to promote your certain exhibit to be presented. You
have to get them approved, and then you get certain points for it. And
the neat thing I like about that is that if you look at some of the inventions, they actually take real ones over the different years to focus on, and they'll be from all the way around the world. Like Canadian cheese, that was quite nice. I like that one.
Yes.
And so this was a really nice game, and so I once again, we sampled it a bit. Can't wait to play it some more, and so I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yes, I like that one as well. The 1.5 times that we played it, so
exactly.
Yes, but we'll be playing it some more. So this game, Imhotep, was also at GenCon. So this is an Egyptian game where your goal is to build monuments, and other players are also trying to build those monuments, and you actually have to, get the blocks and then ship them to the location where the monument's going to be built, and other players may try to thwart you or build their monuments before you can build your monuments. Now, we haven't seen a demo or haven't played the game. All I know is that a lot of people have been talking about it. They say it's a really good game.
Got some buzz.
It was nominated for Spiel des Jahres, didn't win. Isle of Skye won, which we also have reviewed, and we thought that was a great game. So I don't know if it deserved to win because we haven't checked this one out yet, but of these two games anyway. But we're hoping to review this one and let you know how that goes. And that's by Cosmos, the publisher. So. And you got a third one?
And this one is
one.
probably the most elaborate one that I saw there. Well, of the ones that we saw. So it's called Tricurion. Let me see here. Legends of Illusion. I just wanted to remember that subtitle one. So this one's a really exciting one. So this one, think of like turn of last century. It's very old-timey feel. So it's the idea of there's these illusionists who are competing,
magicians
essentially,
and
yes, exactly, trying to compete for the most favor. So it's a really elaborate board, and you essentially are going around through different areas of town and within different industries and trying to collect resources. Essentially, you're trying to create your bag of tricks, and so you want to be able to perform the best show. And so the audience and the performance that is using your tracker, but really elaborate artwork, but very, very well themed. I really like the pieces in this. It's from 8 Games. So this is it just really, I wish I could open, well, maybe I could open the box, but yeah, it's just really, really interesting.
Yeah, that's Pandora,
stuff.
Right? Once you open the box, then you're going to look through all the different pieces. Exactly. But anyway, all I can say is that, this one is dripping with theme, and it's definitely a heavy strategy game, so keep that in mind. But, just the idea of the age of Houdini and magicians and, trying to create your tricks and perform them on stage and I guess you're trying to gain fame.
Win
right?
over the audience.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, whoever gets the most fame from performing the best show. I'm really excited about it. And
elaborate board, heavy setup. Want to give it a go.
So the third one here, I don't know if this is on your radar, but Race to the North Pole. So this is by Play More Games, and it's a Finnish company. And by that I don't mean they're done. I mean they're from Finland. But I'm really excited about this game. I was surprised to see it, and we checked it out. We didn't actually play it, but there's a board, and all the players are trying to get to the North Pole first, and meanwhile, there are storms that will cause the ice to crack, and then you have to go around those cracks. And there's different kinds of hazards and things. But the cool thing is how the board, when there's a storm, the board will turn and the cracks will move, but your characters will stay in the same place. It's really cool. And at some point, a polar bear appears, and the polar bear character looks cool, and he just goes on a rampage, and you have to stay away from the polar bear. So I thought this game looked really charming. They also have an app where you can learn how to play without the rules, called Dized, I believe. But I really like the game. The look of it, I'm hyped about trying this one out, and we'll let you know how that goes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so these are the ones that we gathered. But also, you know what? What you'll also see at the event as well is developers coming to promote their games that may not have been fully produced or ready yet. Some of them may have just kickstarted and maybe have successfully funded, but they're yet to produce. So we've saw a lot of interesting demos that weren't available yet. So one of the first ones, Tiny Epic Western. So if you're familiar with some of the Tiny Epic series of games, this one's a Western theme. So this one's not going to be out until October. So definitely want to look that up.
Yes.
So from the way the board is set up, it's a circular play board representing a Western town. You have your different bands of bandits. And so what you're going to be doing is you're going to try to... it's another influence type of game, so you're going to be gaining influence in that town to try to win over... I think it's the different industries.
It's like a cross between worker placement and poker.
Exactly. So they have cards.
It's a way to understand it, yes.
Exactly. So you'll also have a series of cards which you're going to be doing, also playing your best hands. Sometimes when you're dueling with other gangsters, you're going to have these dice rolls which are in the shape of bullets, which is kind of awesome. And then if you win, you become the wanted character. So it's a good really thing. But as the tiny the tiny game series, the Tiny Epic game series is that it's a small box, small game that lays out really, really nicely. And so we're really, really looking forward to seeing that one. So coming October, I'm going to have my eyes out for that one.
Yes. Yeah, we're hoping to get our hands on that. We didn't actually get that at the game. So at the convention. Yeah. So another one, and I would say this is my favorite game that I've seen at the convention. And I also mentioned that on Twitter. This is called Via Nebula. A Martin Wallace game by Space Cowboys, and you'll see the pictures of it now. So in this game, the world has suffered an apocalypse, and so now all the different players
ravaged and
I guess I don't know what happened, but it's a disaster when you start. So there are ruins from the previous civilization, and your goal is to rebuild. Yeah, and there's a lot of fog, and you have to remove the fog and create paths. But we played maybe half through one game, and wow, this game, when the person who was demoing it said, when another group of players was playing, he was saying, I told them the rules in 5 minutes, and they haven't asked a question since. They've been playing for a half hour.
It's true.
I was skeptical, but then we sat down, he explained the rules in 5 minutes, and we had a couple clarifying questions, but other than that, we were good to go. And when you play the game, wow, it's a lot of fun. It just has a certain feeling that I've never had when I played a game. I felt like very comfortable. I felt very good about everything I was doing. It's one of those games where you're not in direct conflict with other players, but you can do little things to kind of thwart them or prevent them from going to a particular area. It's I can't explain it. I definitely want to get a hold of that game and play it some more and do a review of it, because I'm really excited. I love the artwork. I love the game mechanics that we've experienced thus far. Yeah, the shape of the pieces and everything about the game was cool.
It seems like a very simple game. Like each objective that you want to, I guess, finish are often like very small, and there's a few of them. But at the same time, like you feel like there's a lot of meat to it, and somehow. Fulfilling them, it's very satisfying somehow. It's this overall feel that's hard to really name or pinpoint what it is, but even in such a short demo, instantly you know that this one's going to be a hit.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it too. Yeah. So we come to the next one.
Yeah, so Islebound from Red Raven Games.
Another shipping game. There's a lot of shipping games.
A lot of shipping games. I know, it was really neatly themed. And so this one had the most, different color scheme. Very beautiful look at. Unfortunately, unfortunately for us anyway, they completely sold out. So, unfortunately, we couldn't really tell you a whole bunch about it.
We should have bought it when we first... This has happened over and over at GenCon. You were like, that game looks great. Well, come back and pick it up. And when you come back, gone. So,
yeah, exactly.
So, yes.
So, not a whole lot to say about it yet, but it's definitely one that it was very, very appealing when we came across it the first time around. So,
yeah, that one, it seemed like it was easy for them to explain the rules. It was really beautiful looking game, and it looks like a very intricate strategy game. So, that's basically all we got. And that was by Red Raven Games.
Yeah.
Finally, Dragoon. Okay, by Lay Waste Games. So, Dragoon, I love the theme of this game. So
Dragons.
basically, you're on an island. There's up to 4 dragons in their lairs.
Yeah.
And they control the entire island. They're dragons. So humans appear, right? Human colonies. So your goal as the dragons is to stomp out the humans. You crush them and you get gold because the humans are always carrying some gold, right? So your goal as the dragons is to collect as much gold as possible and eventually win the game with gold. So you can crush the humans or you can have them worship you and then you may get a certain amount of gold depending on the dice roll. But there's a lot of dice rolling to find out when the humans appear. There's dice rolls to do combat, so it's very much a dice rolling and card playing game. And there's some cards you can play to do different effects. And you can steal from other dragons, and there's a thief that appears. But the important thing is about this game, number one, it has the cool theme, but also it's got a cloth board. And it's got these, so this is the second edition that they showed us. They said in the first edition, the metal dragons and the metal lairs were painted, and now they are actually plated gold, silver, and some other metal. But
I forget, yes.
Yeah, there's 4 different platings. So they went crazy on the dragons and the lairs. The only thing is, we would have picked it up, except doing all that plating, I don't know what else is expensive about the game, but it was a little bit out of our budget. So I'm hoping that maybe they will come up with a budget-friendly version of the same game. That would be cool. But regardless, it looks like a really fun game. And I played maybe half of the game. So that's one to look for if you like that sort of thing. That's about it.
Much.
Okay, so one more I just want to mention because there's a lot of hype around this game. We didn't get to watch a demo of it, but Vast Crystal Caverns, they call it an asymmetric game. So Vast Crystal Caverns is a game for 4 players, up to 4 players, and each of the 4 characters does something completely different. There's the cave, there's the goblin hordes, there's a knight, and oh geez, I knew
I didn't see this one, so I'm not
sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and there's a dragon. Right, dragon. I just mentioned Dragoon. Exactly. I should have remembered dragons. So anyway, and they all have entirely different roles and different paths to victory, but you can use them in different combinations. So each of the characters that you might play will be completely different from the other characters. So it's almost like playing a different game. Unfortunately, we didn't get our hands on it, so maybe we'll be able to get our hands on it later. Anyway, if you get a chance to check that out, definitely do it. A lot of people have said good things about it. We haven't played it, so I don't know ultimately whether I would like it or not, or Stephanie would like it.
Well, I mean, that's the whole goal about playing testing later. So that's just what makes our job fun. We've got new things to look forward to. New shows coming up for you.
Yes.
Exactly.
So overall, we had a great GenCon, I would say.
A blast.
Yes.
It was
overwhelming.
When you go there, like you're kind of overambitious of what it is you'd like to accomplish, but there's just so much there, so much to see and do. I mean, we were there for half of it. It was not enough time. So definitely, if you want to go, if you can go, have the time, the whole 4 days. Definitely use it and check it out.
Yes, it will be the time of your life if you're a board gamer and love board games.
Yeah,
so.
It was awesome.
Anyway, so look forward to reviews from us related to
all
these games.
These games are going to be coming up. Okay.
Yes.
Check us out. See you later.
See you later.